Good morning and good afternoon and good evening, wherever you are in the world. It's Trisha here, and it's time for Coffee Talk. Who's joining in? It is Sunday here in North Carolina, Sunday morning, and I've really been thinking about this for days now. And it's not as sunny as I would have liked today, but I realized it's just perception. So if you are joining in and you want to say hello, you get to add into the comment section. So what I get to do is adjust my devices so I can see myself going live here in the group. And thanks for being a part of this group, Journey into Alchemy. That's where I post these when we do the lives, and then I share them, on different platforms. The gift for me in doing this and why I love doing this is because I've always wanted to connect with community and have coffee together in community. So let me find my little group here so I can see this. There it is. So I can see our live because sometimes I can't see comments here on my computer. So I've got my device here. I've got two of me. You can't really see me there. That's plenty, right? So if you are here, say hello in the comments because then I'll be able to see them on my phone. So what's going on with you all? It seems like a couple people are enjoying the live. So say hi if you are. What we do on these, if this is your first time, welcome to Coffee Talk, is because I'm from New York and really love watching Saturday Night Live for decades. And there was a skit by Mike Myers where he would act like he had an accent, either I think it was his Queens or Long Island Ann or something, and it was always coffee talk. So it's just a reason to connect, and it's a funny little accent because you can't take the New Yorker out of the New Yorker. So here I am in North Carolina having coffee with you all. So welcome. Hey, Jenna. Good to see your name joining in. And I was really, it's funny how sometimes the redundant Department of Redundancy shows up for me. I was thinking about all these C words, connecting with community in the chaos. And I was like, oh yeah, this is what's been going on in the last week. So I did a coffee talk last week and then found out early Monday morning, pretty much right when I woke up, that my father had a fall, broke a rib, and was in the hospital. I was right upon waking, and I thought, oh, okay, well, that changes the trajectory of the week. And if you've ever had someone you care for hurt themselves, all of your energy gets redirected. What I realized then, a couple hours later, or maybe it was the next day, talking to the amazing Tracy Reiferscheid and Darcy Volden, who are this trifecta of magical women, along with myself, hosting an event in North Carolina here. You're going to want to be here October 11th and 12th. We're changing lives, and it's going to happen in 2 days. This event that we're hosting is just absolutely incredible. The more we talk about it, the more excited I am. Tracy's amazing gift is to talk about how we're always giving energy out to all these other parts of our lives, just in thought, just in excitement and joy and in sadness. And let's just start by calling all of our energy back. Gosh, and since Tracy has taught me that, and since I do it all the time now, it's an amazing feeling. It's so powerful. If you just think about all the energy, whether it's thought, words, emotions, past, present, future, wherever you're putting your energy outside of yourself, we're just dispersing the greatest parts of ourselves. So all you actually have to do, okay, not all you have to do, it's the first step. The magical, powerful first step is call all your energy back. Wherever the bits and the parts and the pieces that you've put it, just call it all back. Call all of your energy home. Call your power, your magnificence, your light, call it all home. Because any of us who are givers and in the world of giving, I teach, I coach, I'm helping my dad, I'm really putting a lot of energy outside of myself. When I call it all back in and you do it over and over again, it just takes seconds and you feel whole and complete again. But what happens is in this chaos that we always are a part of, we're always dispersing it outside of ourselves. So this Creative Alchemy event, we're actually going to teach you some phenomenal processes. And this is in person, actually in a room, all together, really connecting and creating community in person. And we're actually going to be able to like tangibly, palpably, and emotionally and physically embody this light and the power that we actually are. That's the whole point. It's just going to be So magnificent. So I look forward to seeing you all. And I'm actually going to see if I can get these things in the chat box here. Do I even have a chat box? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Oh, that's funny. There's one. Okay, so if you want in on the event, the live in-person event, I'll just put it here in the chat box. Creative Alchemy is the name of the event. It is October 11th and 12th here in Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina. You'd fly into Raleigh-Durham Airport. It's RDU. Raleigh is the city next door to Durham. I live in Durham. And the event is a 2-day just deep dive into what keeps us stuck, shifting our attachment to that using the superconscious recode, and creating new patterns that we choose to practice to get addicted to. Namely, the first one for me is call all my energy back. And even as I'm here in this coffee talk, I'm giving energy out. So I could just call my energy back in. That's all. And it's that simple sometimes. So why don't we do it? We have the addictive pattern, as my son was joking with me. Yeah, you're addicted to coffee. And I bought a few Powerball tickets, the lottery here in the US. It was like 1.8 billion. And I was so excited about it. I know people who won the lottery. And I know it's possible. So of course I was excited. I wanted to buy tickets. And there's this word addiction that makes it sound like it's bad. Oh, and cheers to myself. Today is 6 years. 6 years ago today, I decided to quit drinking alcohol. And now I celebrate drinking coffee. Can't drink it all day long, but there's a different way to look at addiction. Addiction isn't always bad. What I want us to be addicted to is being in our power and our light and connecting to what we love and choosing it. I mean, it's that simple. It could be that simple. So for anybody else who's watching live here, say hi in the chat box. Welcome, welcome to the Sunday morning coffee talk. Sometimes we do it on Saturday, sometimes we do it on Sunday. And the reason why I started these was so, I can't have people in my living room hanging out or going out to Sunday brunch every week like I did, when I was in my 20s. It was always a thing, like somebody was going to brunch, somebody was going out, somebody was going to get coffee, and you always just coordinated. I was talking to a friend yesterday about, we had landlines to do that. So if you said you were going to be somewhere, you had to go be there, otherwise you didn't connect with people. And now we have this way to connect with people. And this, since COVID, of course, has been a great gift to be able to enjoy connecting with people. But what has happened in a lot of people's lives is we've lost the in-person connection. And for me, there's nothing like it. In-person connection is the highest vibration, energetically speaking, in this invisible world of energy, which I truly believe in. We can all feel it. Empaths, we feel energy. We feel it in our bodies. We feel emotionally. We feel the yuck or the high, or we feel the excitement, or, I just love being around that person. People feel my high energy because I'm the Energizer Bunny. I have energy galore. And then if I shut down, I usually shut down on my own. I usually don't shut down when I'm around other people because I love being around other people. So we created this event, Creative Alchemy. It's October 11th and 12th. I'm going to keep repeating it for a reason, in North Carolina, because we wanted people who choose this path of expansion while staying in our power and our light in person. Now, I do this online almost every day. I'm either coaching or teaching or connecting in some way, shape, or form with people remotely. And what I know is true is that there is a power to being in a room physically together. It's totally different than online. Yes, I coach online. I have a group program that I have 2 calls a week, 2 at least 1-hour sessions each week. So it's like 8 sessions a month, as all goes, aligned with the plan, or vacations, let's just say 6 to 8 sessions a month online with people in 11 countries around the world. That's my group program. And we get one-to-one interaction. Everybody's on screen, and there's an expansion and evolution that takes time and repetition and consistency to apply this, even just this pattern of call all your energy back, because I just put it in multiple places, thinking about my group, the event, my friends, my clients in all these different countries, my dad, my family. Just call all my energy back right now and do it again and again and again, and back to what you love. Like Jenna says, loving making apple wine. That's really cool. I don't think I've ever had that. And when we consistently choose this, you're able to connect to the greatest part of yourselves. So what I was going to do today is a little bit of a meditation. So if you're here and you want to hang out and you want to listen, thanks for joining in. Grab your coffee, grab your drink, whatever you've got in hand, hop on in. And what I was really thinking about is this connecting to our power and our light, the truth of who we are amidst the chaos. Because let me tell you, I've been through some chaos in the last week. Yeah, so it's a choice. We are so well trained in these old addictive patterns of focusing on what's wrong and fixing it, focusing on what's wrong and fixing it, focusing on what's wrong and fixing it. It's called problem solving. In the world of Robert Fritz, creative development, creative orientation, and actually being intentional about your life, of how you want it to be now and how you want to create it now. It's creative development. That's why our event is called Creative Alchemy. When you're intentionally creating, you're not living in a reactive problem-solving orientation to the world. You don't look at what's wrong and then fix it. What's wrong and then fix it. What's wrong and fix it. What happens is the repetition of that thing called structure. It's where two or more points have an association or relationship to each other. Anything, everything's a structure. Everything. Me and my thoughts are in a structure. Me and my coffee mug are in a structure. This is one of my favorites. It's got this texture on it with all the imprints. A handmade handle. It's by Dolores J. Pottery in Durham, North Carolina. She's one of the best potters I've ever met. All handmade. This is my favorite mug. We must choose our orientation now. That old problem-solving orientation. Look at a problem and fix it. Look at a problem and fix it. It starts to impact 100% of our lives because we're trained in childhood how to do that. You fall down, you figure out what you did wrong and stand up. You missed your mouth with food, you figure out what you did wrong and fix it. Even we don't remember this stuff. We don't remember learning how to use the toilet. But if you went in your underwear or your pants, you were wrong and you were told what to go do right. We're so harsh and critical of ourselves because of these well-ingrained addictive patterns of problem solving. In short, that's what's going on in our lives when we don't get what we want. Or we get what we want and then we lose it. We get what we want and then we lose it. We get what we want and we lose it. Doesn't that sound exactly like the same pattern? Yeah, it is. It's called problem solving. And in that structure, when you have a problem and you create a solution, what do you always need in that structure? What do you always have to have in a problem solving structure? Even when you solve it, you must have another problem. So you never actually get to that peace and ease and flow and happiness of what you truly desire, because a part of you is obsessed, most of us, all of us, we are well trained with problem solving. That's it. That's what's going on in your life if you're not getting what you want. That's it. You are obsessed and addicted to problem solving. So back to my little story and journey with alcohol for a minute. I didn't know how to navigate this emotional world that I am, that who I am. I am an emotional deep diver of the human experience. Anybody knows about the Enneagram, I'm a number 4, so it's intense emotions all the time. That's just who I am. I didn't know how to navigate it, so early on, I was 13, I found alcohol gave me a kind of a disconnect from it, and they just kind of ran rampant, so I didn't feel like I had to control it. It was a heck of a journey up until about 6 years ago, and I chose to stop. I mean, intermittently, I'd stopped and quit for months at a time, but once I finally truly have not put another drop of alcohol in my body, I am so much more in my power of who I am and how I choose to feel and how I choose to focus and how I choose to experience these powerful thoughts that we all have. Don't we all have thoughts? Like who doesn't have thoughts? Is there anybody in the world that doesn't have thoughts? So it's you and me in the chaos, right? Always. And I'm just reading Jenna's messages here. It's incredible when we see it's just a repetitive system of, it's called problem solving. When you always are obsessed with finding a problem and solving it, what do you always have to have? A solution, which means you always have to have a problem. I don't want to live that way anymore. So what we do in the work that I teach with everybody, it's called creating. We're no longer living in a reactive response orientation to the world. So this last week of chaos, I'm like, okay, yeah, I got to show up. Yes, I mean, I choose to. I love my dad. I want to be there for him. I support as much as I can. And it was his birthday, and my sister came to visit. All these wonderful, beautiful pieces of life, and it was chaos because you don't know what's going to happen to someone when they hurt themselves, especially at an older age. And I just kept choosing my power, my power, my power, and I could show up, my power, and I show up. And yeah, there's all the emotions that go along with it. And yeah, there is looking at these things are not in order exactly the way we want for our family, and how do we get them to where we want to go? It might look like problem solving, but it was actually, from my orientation, it's creating more of what I want now. You could, play semantics and pick all of this apart. But what is really the most powerful experience when you start living creatively, when you're no longer reacting to environmental experiences or reacting to what's going on, even in your own physical body, is you start intentionally creating and choosing, this is where I want to put my energy, this is where I want to put my focus, and this is the action I'm going to take. You're living creatively and you're choosing. It's just so amazing. So I consistently choose to call my energy back to myself, call my energy back to myself. And if you're willing and you want to listen to this, you can practice a little meditation with me. And it's part visualization. For me, I can close my eyes and see images, which is, my gift. So I love being able to just kind of see things behind my eyes, with my eyes closed. So it's our ability to, it's like, get on that train of focus. Sometimes my mind, my emotions go on the runaway train with the crazy monkeys throwing rotten bananas all over the place, having a blast. That runaway train is an energy sucker that takes a lot of my power outside of myself. So I always joke that if you want to do this with me and you want to get in a creative orientation, you get to choose what train you're on. I like to think of like the Orient Express. This elegant, beautiful train with everyone who's in their most beautiful, elegant, luxurious wardrobe and being fed and served, and everyone is curious and supporting each other and just pleasant and joyful and still engaged and full of energy, connecting with community and having coffee. I mean, that's my joy. I always think of that. Hey, Deepa, thanks for saying hi. Welcome, welcome. So if we think about these concepts of connecting with community, calling our energy back, living in a creative orientation where we create our connections, we create our reality, we create our thoughts. Because this is everybody. We have emotional, which is a chemical cocktail in our body. We have physical, which is like maybe pain sensors, muscles, fascia, the way our electromagnetic field works. All of those are running on repetitive patterns from the past. Doesn't matter what they are at this point. You just acknowledge everything's running on an old pattern. That's all. How do we create the patterns that we're choosing? It starts by just defining what you love. And it starts with calling all your energy back home to you. So maybe start with some premises before we get into the meditation. Best mug ever, Dolores. I love this one. Is really understanding we are powerful creators. We are energetic beings. We're having a human experience. This is why the concept of heaven has never really left me. Learning about it as, being raised Catholic, I practice Buddhism now. What I know, I truly believe that Jesus learned about Buddhism because of the ability to travel across the Silk Road and connect with other travelers. And in that time, the Silk Road was the world of exchange and trade, not only of things, but of knowledge and wisdom. And there were so many people connecting to this concept of living with compassion and harmony with yourself and others at that time. But the idea that, the kingdom of heaven is within you, and there is a heaven, and it's like, this is an energetic experience. Our physical body does not go to heaven. And then we'll jump a couple centuries later. I met the woman who wrote the book Dying to Be Me, Anita Morjani. She had a near-death experience where she died and came back and shared her experience when she went to the other side. And it was all about her energy. Her physical body wasn't there. It's one of the most beautiful. If you haven't read that book, Anita Moorjani, Moorjani, I met her. She came back from end stage lymphoma, stage 4. And she's living, walking, breathing, teaching, sharing her experience and her understanding of her energy in that field. And it changed my life, not only meeting her, but reading her book. Dying to Be Me was one of the most transformative things that I've ever read. It made me understand why I truly believe there is a heaven. So then her next book was called What If This Is Heaven? And that might be a little advanced for anyone who's not totally in the understanding that we are an energetic being squeezed into this little physical body. I mean, I believe it. I feel it. I think that's why my energy is always so high, because it's like this energy is constantly going and this physical body is so limited and it just can't do all the things that my energy wants me to do. But my point in sharing that is it's a premise to understand we're this energetic being having a human experience first. And when you use the power of your imagination, you can cultivate anything. It's such a gift to use our imagination. So we use our imagination when we call all of our energy back, right? We think of that and say, all right, I put my energy here, there, here, there, here, there, here, there. I call all of my energy back to myself. I call my energy home. I call my energy home. And I do it physically. I just, it's like swiping the earth with a squeegee. Bring my energy back. Bring it back into my life and into my heart and connect to what I love. And it could just be as simple as coffee. It could be this, coffee talk. It could be whatever it is, but finding that level of focus for yourself is your gift to yourself. So in this short little meditation, what I like to do is just think of balls of energy in our hands, and we move them, then we bring them over our head, and then we bring that energy over our body. That's it. And even now, just doing it like that, it just happens, because the more you do anything, the easier it gets and the quicker it happens, right? So here, let's just use an example. Anybody here a chef or a cook? You ever make something in the kitchen? I remember the first time I learned how to make a very specific type of marinara sauce. All of the steps I had to have it written out and look at and read and measure. And the more and more and more and more you do it, you don't need to look at the recipe. You don't need to measure. You just know. And it goes faster and faster and faster every time. So if I go sit down and make marinara sauce from scratch, I don't need to look up a recipe anymore. I just can do it. I don't need to bring the list to the store even to go buy the stuff. I know what's going to be in there. And it's the same thing when we're training our mind, our body, our spirit, and the energetic being that we are. It's get a recipe. Mine is called The Secret Sauce, by the way. It's available if you want. Oh, should I put that in here too? Let's do this. www.Trisha. Okay, I forgot that I still have this short course available at such an incredible price. Secret Sauce. I think that's the link. Try that one out. It gives you a recording, and it also gives you the availability or the ability to buy this incredible course. It's $27, teaching you pretty much how to do everything I'm explaining right now for $27. I mean, it's like a no-brainer. And if you want an introduction to the work that I teach, that's your best first step. Because what I guide everyone to do is root into creating and connecting our emotions. That's my superpower. But we use our imagination to do it. So why don't we do it? Why don't we just use our imagination to create and connect to what we want? So I'm just going to close my eyes, take a deep breath, call all of your energy home. And if you'd like to do the same, it's just a couple minutes, if that. And put your hands out in front of you and just imagine a ball of energy in your right hand. We're going to go fast just for time's sake. Just imagine a ball of energy, like a floating orb of energy in your hand. Maybe you can feel it. Maybe you can just imagine there's like a weight in your right hand. Get that sensation on your palm and then shift it to your left. Add another ball of energy to your left hand. This is like Qigong or Tai Chi or moving energy. 2 balls of energy in your hand now. Allow them maybe to move and spin like you can feel the sensation of energetic movement in your hands. Just make it up. Just imagine like a little ball of cool sunshine in your hand. And allow them to get a little bit bigger. Allow them to get a little bit bigger. And now what I want you to do is turn your hands towards each other. Like you're going to connect these 2 balls of energy. Yeah. Allow them to morph and meld and become one. And now there's like an energetic ball in between your hands. Yeah, this is also Reiki, the way you learn, understanding, and practice connecting to this energy that we are. So start moving this ball of energy, like you can touch the perimeter or the exterior of this ball of energy, and just imagine you've got a ball and get it bigger, make it bigger, make it bigger. This ball of like a beach ball, but it's energy, and you can squeeze it, and it maybe even tickles your hands or makes your toes wiggle. You know, just play with your imagination like you have something in between your hands. It's energy. It's the quantum field. Oh. And now what I want you to do is this ball is getting bigger and bigger in your hands. Bring it above your head. Bring this ball of energy above your head. Just imagine it's getting bigger and bigger. It's the energetic essence of who you are. Now what I want you to do is as it grows and grows and grows like a big, giant, beautiful, iridescent soap bubble, just allow it to move and surround your body. And you're in this bubble field of beautiful, perfect energy you have harmonized with. And just imagine you are in the sphere of energy. You are this energetic sphere. And allow your hands to even get bigger and bigger and wider and wider. And allow that energetic bubble to go behind you, go above you, go to your left, your right, your front, underneath your feet. And as you imagine the sensation of the energetic bubble that you just created, this sphere of energy, my hands are on fire, I love it. Just imagine your feet now. Connect to the soles of your feet. Connect this energetic bubble to the soles of your feet, and then connect to the earth. Imagine the soft grass, the dirt, all the little critters that are in the dirt that help the earth and planet grow and give us food and sustenance and oxygen. And connect through the crystalline structure of the planet and run a rainbow through all those crystals. I just love that magic. Go all the way to the core of the earth. They believe there is this molten magma helping the rotation of the planet, and connect into the energy of the earth, this beautiful planet we walk upon. Call that energy into your body, because we are part of this human experience on this beautiful planet called Earth. Come back up through the crystalline structure, run a rainbow through the whole planet, through all the crystals, through all the structures, up to the top of the earth. That surface where the grass is. Connect to the soles of your feet. Imagine touching that beautiful grass. When you're ready, come on back. That's it. Oh, that was a good one. Oh, I like connecting to the core of the earth. So in 2-3 minutes, my hands are on fire. I practice this all the time. It's Reiki, it's energy, Qigong, Tai Chi, meditation. But what we just did was, with intention, we created our reality by connecting to the energetic field that we are. That's it. Do that over and over again. And why we can't find ourselves stepping into that place of power that I just did for 2 to 3 minutes consistently is because our physical, our mental, and our emotional bodies are addicted to the old patterns. That's all. We must practice creating the new patterns. So I invite you to Creative Alchemy. One more time, we'll put it in the comments here, www.trishabecker.com/Creative Alchemy. I would love if you could join us for this event. It is October 11th and 12th in Raleigh, North Carolina. I live in Durham next door. The airport you're going to come into if you're flying in is Raleigh-Durham. It's at the Hampton Inn. October 11th and 12th, 9 to 5, 2 days in a row. And we have Zoom meetings beforehand to get everybody connected. And now my doggy wants to say hello. Say hi, Luna. She's like, I want some of that ball of energy you just played with. All right. Yes, puppy girl. So there's so many things available for this event. And if you want more information, please click the trishabecker.com/Creative Alchemy link. Find that. You can buy your ticket for the event. And all the way at the bottom of the page is the event information for the hotel. You get a discount on staying at the hotel. Here's all the other stuff you get. There's 3 Zoom sessions beforehand, so everybody gets to know each other. And there's also going to be 3 Zoom sessions afterwards. Because do you ever go to an event and then all of a sudden after the event, you're like, oh, you're on this high, and then it goes away and you have like 1 or 2 people you connected with? Well, we're hosting the Zoom sessions afterwards so everyone stays connected. So we stay in the high vibe that we're creating, because that's the whole point. We don't want it just to be those 2 days. This is a life-changing, transforming event that's just going to blow you away and give you what you desire and how you can create your life now. So we go through all of this. If you want to hear more about the event, I mean, I'm just so excited for it. It's going to be so cool. And the event, like I said, is at the Hampton Inn in Briar Creek, Raleigh, North Carolina. And yeah, get your ticket, reserve your seat, because the spaces are limited because it's actually in the physical. Not like Zoom. Zoom, you can have thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of people if you want. But in a physical room, space is limited. So if you want in, we've already got a ton of registrations. Get your seat as soon as possible. And we're connecting on Zoom afterwards. You're going to get an online platform with all sorts of recordings, the recordings of the Zoom sessions, workbooks. And for me, the gift is we're actually going to be in person, feeling this energetic vibe, elevate and expand together. That, to me, is like off the hook, amazing creation. So thank you, Darcy and Tracy, for creating this amazing event with me. Thank you for those of you who've already registered. I know you're coming. And we're going to be connecting more and more with, setting up all the systems to make sure we all stay engaged. And especially upon your arrival, I'm going to be your welcoming committee along with Darcy and Tracy. So we look forward to having you for this event. And I'm super excited that you're those of you who are coming, and super excited to see you if you're choosing to come and you're going to get your ticket this week. And I thought about throwing in a little extra gift, but if you register today, I'll throw you in something special, like a one-to-one session with me. But that's only if you register today. It's September 7th at 10:30 a.m. And I've got a few extra slots this week and next week for coaching. So if you do want to come to the event and you got this far in this session and it's September 7th, get your Creative Alchemy ticket today, and I'll throw in a special intuitive reading session for you. So thank you for being a part of my community and my life. This is magic for me. So thanks for being a part of it. And I wish you all a magical day. See you soon.